A young magician from Tibet came to my cell and told me a lot about his life. When he was just 3 years old, barely weaned from his mother's breast, his father handed him over to a group of 30 Tibetan magicians of the highest degree to initiate him into the secrets of their magical skills. He reached the 11th degree, the highest degree being the 12th. When he was 16, he fled Tibet and came to Sweden to see his father. There, by chance, he met a devout Orthodox priest, and he asked to speak with him. The young magician had no idea what it meant to be an Orthodox priest. In the room where they sat to talk, he began to perform some of his magical rites to show his power. He called upon a demon leader named Mina and said, "I want water." A glass from the kitchen lifted by itself, went to the faucet, the tap opened, the glass was filled, and it returned through the closed glass door into the room. The magician took the glass and drank. Then, in that room, he showed the priest the entire universe, the sky with stars. He used magic of the 4th degree, moving all the way to the 11th degree. He then asked the priest what he thought of all this. "I was ready to kill him if he offended Satan," he said. However, the priest said nothing. The young magician then said, "Why don't you show me a miracle?" "My God is humble," the priest replied, then took out a cross and handed it to the young magician. "Do another miracle," he told him. The magician called upon Mina, the demon leader, but Mina, trembling with fear, dared not approach. The magician then called upon Satan, but the same happened. Seeing the cross, Satan did not come closer. He simply told him to rise and flee back to Tibet. Then the young man began to curse Satan. "Now I understand that your great power is, in fact, a great weakness," he said. Later, the good priest somehow taught him the basics of the faith, spoke to him about holy places, about Mount Athos. Then the young man fled from Sweden and went to Jerusalem, where he saw the holy fire. From there, he went to America to correct the Satanists he knew and change their views. God made that young man the best preacher. After America, he came to Mount Athos. Good God helped him in an amazing way, because he had suffered injustice from a young age. However, pray, because magicians and demons are waging war against him. When they rise against me because I come to help him, how much more do they fight against him? While the priest was reading exorcisms, his veins burst on his arms, and blood flowed from them. The unfortunate young man was terribly tormented by demons, and before, while he was with them, they did not bother him, they helped him and served him. Pray. But he himself must be careful, because it is written in the Gospel that when an unclean spirit leaves a person, it goes and takes 7 other spirits worse than itself, and they enter and dwell there, and the latter state is worse for that person than the first. Magicians also use various holy objects. Elder, who are the magicians? They are sorcerers. They use David's psalms, the names of saints, and similar things, but they mix them with calling upon demons. That is, just as we read the Psalms to call upon God's help and receive divine grace, they, by using it in a different way, blaspheme God, deny divine grace, and demons do their bidding. They told me about a boy who went to a magician to achieve something he wanted. The magician read something from the Psalms, and the boy got what he wanted. But after a short time, the unfortunate boy began to weaken, to melt away. What did the magician do? He took some dried fruits and began to read Psalm 50. When he came to the verse, "The sacrifice to God is a broken spirit," he threw the dried fruits as an offering to demons, hoping they would fulfill the boy's request. In this way, he blasphemed God with the Psalms. Elder, some of those who practice magic use crosses, icons. Yes, I know. From this, you can understand the deception behind everything they do. They deceive poor people. They see them using candles, icons and such, and they believe them. Elder, do magicians have revelations? They have revelations from the devil, but they also tell many lies. You must be careful in the guest house. You need to control the situation. Look at who these people are who come, because it may happen that some of them practice magic. Does that sound strange? 2 people who practice magic came to one vigil here. They approached people and told them different things. They also told lies, how they had connections with Candiotis. They told one woman, "They have cast spells on you. We will come to your house to remove them, with the help of a cross we have." They come to the vigil, talk a little about spiritual things, and later people say, since they come to the vigil, they must be believers, and open their hearts to them. How they deceive people with the lies they tell. To deceive a girl, they told her, "Father Paisios had a vision that I will marry you. Take this to wear, but don't ask what it is." And they gave her some magical object. But fortunately, she did not wear it. "So that's it. Father Paisios deals with this," she said, and hurried to write me a letter, 4 pages of tightly packed words, full of insults. "And what insults?" "Don't mind," I said, "just keep insulting me." "I thank you for insulting me, but only because you didn't get tricked into wearing that satanic thing." "Elder, did she know you?" "No, she didn't. I didn't know either that girl, or those people.